According to the Trinidad and Tobago Energy Chamber, in Trinidad and Tobago, EV and hybrid vehicle sales are growing. With this in mind, Minister in the Ministry of Public Utilities, Clyde Elder, said governmental control is needed.
If we are serious about transition, then we must also be serious about policy, infrastructure, and standards. What does this mean? It means establishing national EV and hybrid standards and regulations, expanding charging infrastructure, transitioning government's fleet into hybrid and electric vehicles so that the state leads by example, and embracing smarter technologies that improve accessibility and user experience.
He noted that government is already acquiring electric and hybrid vehicles.
Certainly there will be plans to do that. I'm sure that there's both private entities looking to do it as well. But with government just procuring a number of vehicles for the Ministry of Homeland Security, we will need to have ensure that we have charging stations around Trinidad.
The TT Chambers event highlighted several aspects of the EV and hybrid industry, including educating its membership and the national community on the safe use of these vehicles. A current and former national footballer have been held in a police anti-drug operation in central Trinidad. The men were among 6 people, 5 men and 1 woman, who were held for possession of marijuana. Police sources told TDT that officers acting on intelligence raided a house in Cunupia where they found the group and a total of 250 grams of marijuana. The 6 were arrested and taken to a police station to be interviewed. Although marijuana has been decriminalized, individuals are allowed to be in possession of no more than 30 grams of marijuana. Sources say the footballers face possible charges of possession of marijuana since the amount found in the house, given the number of occupants, falls below the limit for trafficking. They can face a fine of up to $50,000 on summary conviction or community service. In some sport now, the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force ended a 2-decade drought in regional 4-day cricket, defeating defending champions Guyana Harpy Eagles by 141 runs in the West Indies Championship final at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium on Wednesday. With a target of 281 for victory, Guyana were bowled out for 139 between lunch and tea. The win marked a historic moment for Captain Joshua Da Silva, who became the first TNT skipper since Darren Ganga to lift the 4-day trophy. It was also a fitting farewell for veterans Jason Mohammed and Evan Lewis, both retiring from 4-day cricket. Lewis signed off in style, scoring a match-winning 122 in the second innings and earning Man of the Match honors. And that's what's making the news this morning, but joining us right now is the host of Trinidad and Tobago Today, Virmala Balkaran. Good morning, Virmala.
Good morning, Carrie. Happy Thursday, or I should say.
Happy Thursday. Happy Friday
Thursday. Yeah, you know, it is almost Friday. That means the weekend is there. That means Monday is almost there, but I'm going to stop right there.
I mean, were you thinking about Monday already?
I am. I'm always thinking about Monday. How was your evening yesterday?
My evening was quite good. I went to the gym, got a little workout in, which is, good for the mental health, good for the body, but I am sore this morning. I'm feeling it.
Well, Carrie, yesterday I just went down a rabbit hole of news and it felt a little bit overwhelming. And we always tell everyone, take a little break if you feel like it's becoming too much. I saw some really disturbing things on social media yesterday. Of course, lots of news, lots of trending topics. But one video that I wanted to tell you about was a school fight. Well, I should say students were fighting after school.
Yeah, and that was brutal. I saw the video this morning, the clip this morning, and it could have it was horrible as it was, but it could have been worse because the driver of the vehicle did not see the student who was passed out on the floor in front until some other students came to remove him from the road. Like that could have gone way worse.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, we keep talking about children and our children's safety and their well-being and all of that, but this is truly a situation that we need to continue to discuss. School violence has gotten out of hand. I know that the ministry has put several initiatives in place. So, we'll discuss that a little bit later on, but that really broke my heart. I can't say that I experienced anything like that back in my school day, but I can only imagine how traumatizing that is for the students involved as well.
I don't want to cast blame on or aspersions on anyone, but we really need to take a look at the personal lives and the environment all of these students are coming from to understand what are the different influences in their lives where they feel violence is okay.
Yeah, we really need to take a deeper look into that. Well, Carrie, that's, as I said, a discussion that we need to continue having.
Yeah, and also I think it'll take a whole nation approach to it.
Absolutely, and it's going to take a while, and it's not something that, again, it's everybody's business. Yesterday,
That's right.
We actually spoke to the Children's Authority. You'd remember that. We spoke to Krista Ali, and she emphasized that children's well-being and their safety and their protection, it is everybody's business. So it's not just the parents or the schools, but everyone as well. So Carrie, today is Tobago Thursday inside the show, and another really heartbreaking topic is that search for baby Angelo. It continues today. Today is day 10. And
the different breakthroughs in the case they've had more recently that we've seen come across the airwaves and the news, and more information that they've released, and it's really something heart-wrenching, heart-rending even. Yeah, so we'll try to get an update for our viewers this morning regarding that case. Earlier this week we spoke with Captain Valence Rambarat from the Hunter Search and Rescue Team, who gave us a really good update as they were entering, I believe, maybe day 6 or 7 then. So now it is day 10, still no sign of baby Angelo, but our thoughts and prayers continue to be with the ones affected and, of course, our people in Tobago. I really wanted to tell you this before we go. It was such a community effort. I looked at a live stream yesterday and I saw so many residents coming together, and I heard some of the ladies saying that they've been cooking and feeding the rescue workers. Everyone involved. They've really pulled together to, and they show that togetherness in a way that, unfortunately, this tragedy had to bring that to the forefront. Yeah. But, to see how everybody has been their neighbors, keepers, and, really trying to do what is best as a whole. It was heartwarming, but, again, it's a very tragic situation. Yep, and it definitely takes a village, especially in a situation like this. All right, Carrie, well, we're going to get started with Tobago Thursday in just a few minutes. I know you are going to be locked on. Of course, I will be. All right, Thank you so much, Virmala. Yep, we will. All right, when we come back, the Trinidad and Tobago Today morning show gets going right after this break.
Honoring the beauty of Indian heritage, TTT invites you to immerse yourself in Desi May as we mark Indian Arrival Month with color, music, and magic of Indian cinema. Throughout May, enjoy your favorite Bollywood hits and timeless classics, from iconic blockbusters to treasured favorites, bringing the heart of India straight to your screen. Tune in every Saturday at 8:35 p.m. and every Sunday from 4 p.m. to experience rich traditions, captivating stories, and unforgettable characters that continue to inspire generations. Plus, watch, text, and get rewarded for our exciting viewer promotion. Desi May, celebrating Indian Arrival Month, exclusively on TTT.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself. When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going like, I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood. Digital is kind of a comfort, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted. I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel and I never regretted it.
What if possibility was only the beginning? Welcome to Limitless, a journey where ideas become action and action becomes impact. From breaking barriers and challenging misconceptions to designing with dignity and driving innovation with heart. This series explores how inclusion is moving from concept to community in Trinidad and Tobago. Across each episode, we meet the change makers and everyday leaders turning challenges into opportunity, building real solutions that change real lives, from possibility to impact. This is Limitless.
Ever wondered what happens before the lights come on? Before the crowd pours in? Before the magic hits the stage? This is your all-access pass. Sneak Peek with Junior K takes you behind the scenes of the biggest cultural moments and the hottest events across TNT. From the sound checks to the stage setups, from final rehearsals to exclusive interviews. If it's about to be big, we're already there. Catch Sneak Peek airing daily on TTT and relive every moment on all our social media platforms. Sneak Peek with Junior K, where the story starts before the spotlight.
Thursday, 21st May 2026. The time now it is 6:11 a.m. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Virmala Balkaran and welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Let's take a look now at what's trending this morning. The investigation into the disappearance of 2-year-old Angelo Tobias has taken what police describe as a critical turn following reports that a close male relative confessed to killing the child and then disposing of the body at sea. The heartbreaking development has shattered hopes in the Goodwood community, where residents had spent the past several days praying for the toddler's safe return. Assistant Commissioner of Police for Tobago, Rishi Singh, says investigators are continuing to work diligently toward what he called a clear and definitive outcome in this case. And the TTPS says the investigation remains highly sensitive and it is being handled as a coordinated multi-agency operation involving homicide investigators, the Special Victims Department, Tobago Gang Unit, the K9 Unit, and also other specialized teams. TEMA and Hunters Search and Rescue personnel are also assisting in ongoing operations. And as we spoke about this morning, another disturbing video of a school fight is now circulating online, and a lot unfolds in the 22-second clip. Now, the video appears to show at least 4 secondary school boys dressed in white shirts and burnt orange pants repeatedly kicking and beating another young boy who is seen wearing a cream shirt and dark pants until he collapses motionless on the ground. The victim is then kicked multiple times in the face as other students scream nearby. But that is not the only troubling part of this video. An adult man wearing a blue shirt is also seen at the scene, but not intervening in the assault, but appearing to pick up items that may have fallen from the victim's pockets, like money. Moments later, while the child is lying there unconscious in the roadway, a vehicle appears to drive into the student before stopping, as screams then erupt from students nearby. Now, if you have any information regarding this incident, including the school or area where it occurred, you are encouraged to please contact the police. You can also share any verified information in our comments. We understand that this may have happened in Chaguanas. And so much has really been happening to our children lately, and it is truly heartbreaking. You remember yesterday's message from the Children's Authority was a really important reminder to all of us. If you see something, please say something. We cannot ignore the signs or stay silent when a child may be in danger. Every child deserves to feel safe, protected and cared for. Their safety is not just the responsibility of one person or one organization. It is everybody's business. We all have a role to play in protecting our children. And if you need to report something, please call the Children's Authority hotline at 996 or 800 2014. Again, that's 996 or 800 2014. Now to some lighter news, because you'd agree we all need it. The Emperor Valley Zoo has welcomed 2 adorable new arrivals, baby warthogs. The zoo says the 2-month-old piglets, 1 male and 1 female, are doing well, and they can already be seen running around, exploring, and closely following behind their mom. Now, warthogs are African wild pigs known for their protective wart-like bumps on their heads and their really sharp tusks. Visitors are pleased please, please, please encourage to keep an eye out for the playful new additions. You will really enjoy them during your next trip to the zoo. Well, coming up inside the show today, we will give you an update on the search for baby Angelo, as well as it is Tobago Thursday. And whatever you are doing, thank you for being here with us on Trinidad and Tobago Today. You know what to do? Grab your cup of coffee and settle in. TNT Today has begun. Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success, because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
Being connected, it means a lot because first of all, you can't do this by yourself. When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going like, you know.
You know, I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digital is kind of a comfort, you know, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel and I never regretted it.
Well, once again, we're at summer's doorstep. The action is picking up with a variety of events that'll thrive alongside all of the popular attractions. Hello everyone, I'm Aidan St. Agath and welcome to Caribbean Passport TV.
All eyes will be on Antigua this summer for the 2026 Carnival celebrations, to which everyone is invited to feel the rhythm. With over 2 months of pre-events to warm things up, Antigua and Barbuda is event and activity driven. So if eco-adventure and marine life are among your passions, then Scooter Snorkeling is the tour company for you.
Barcelona drawing a game, not winning their first set of game. Worried, concerned.
Emotional damage is fantasy.
What a wonderful finish! You see it, stop. Let me come again, one more time.
I'm Renee Sion with another edition of Caribbean Week in Review.
Welcome back to Tobago Thursday on Trinidad and Tobago Today on TTT. Well, the disappearance of 2-year-old Angelo Tobias has really taken a heartbreaking turn following reports of a confession in the case and leaving the Goodwood Tobago community shaking and grieving. Now, this morning we begin day 10 of that agonizing uncertainty in the search of baby Angelo. Well, residents had spent days hoping for the child's safe return as extensive searches continued across the island. Well, joining me this morning is the president of the Goodwood Community Council, Mr. Brent Brenzo Smith, and we get a sense of the mood within the community following all of this. Good morning, Brent.
Hello, good morning to TTT. Good morning to your viewing audience.
Well, Brent, how would you describe the mood in Goodwood right now following this development?
Well, Miss, I could tell you with every certainty that the community feeling it right now. We're feeling it real bad. And everybody shocked, we're sad, we're angry, right? And we really want answers. And I believe that is where the hurt coming from, is why we're not getting closure in this matter. It's been dragging on, right? And we need some sort of closure as a community. Angelo was a very nice boy.
Now, we've been seeing residents very emotional. Some are saying that they haven't been able to eat, they haven't been able to sleep. They just can't function with all of this happening. And, you know, many people in the village appeared to have treated Angelo like their very own. So what has it been like watching the community rally around this child and the search for this child over the past several days? You know, this morning we spoke about the fact that we heard some of the community members saying that they've been cooking for the rescue workers. They've been there every day from sun up to sundown. So what has it really been like to see how the community is coming together?
Well, I would extend it beyond the community. I would extend it to the Trinidad and Tobago. Miss, this is a 2-year-old child, right? We're hurting for a child. Oh, gosh, it's 2 years old, the child is. And if you understand what I'm saying, anybody feeling it, right? Everybody want to do something. Even you've seen posters put up. Scarborough last night had a vigil. Even in Trinidad, I hear people putting up vigil. It's a 2-year-old. We understand the innocence of this child, right? So it is beyond Goodwood at this stage. So everybody doing what they could do, everybody on their knees. By the Sully Park dump, there was prayers by the Sully Park dump yesterday morning. So I would say beyond the community of Goodwood at this time. But everybody in Goodwood, the villagers in Goodwood, have band together. Even our neighboring village, Pembroke and all, have been banding together in support, right, of the rescue team. Hats off to the rescue team, the search and rescue team, right? I would propose a bonus for them if the Prime Minister could induct them as a unit or some kind of recognition or award. What about the social media people and them who put out, you understand, the effort in assisting in the search, because some information comes to them because you know how everybody feel about police, right? That is a reality. And the social media personalities and so on everybody assisted in the searching for Angelo and searching for answers regarding Angelo. So it is beyond our community at this stage.
It really does take a village, Brent. You know, everyone, as you spoke about, everyone is really coming together to help find baby Angelo. I know there have also been some candlelight vigils. I saw some prayer walks. Residents have been gathering late into the night. Everyone is coming together, hoping that we find baby Angelo. Now, I know that this will change the community forever. Would you agree with me?
Well, I hope it change. Yes, it will change the community. I hope it change the way we do policing, right? I hope we change the way we do parenting, because, to be honest with you, gone are the days where a village raises a child. We are at a stage in our society where everybody tend to hold their own and mind their business, right? We have seen it time and time again within the Trinidad and Tobago space, where abuse is taking place or wrongdoing in another home, and we everybody on their own. So I believe that if we can get back to the days where we can, all stop this, all assist, you understand, assist in raising a child, maybe this could be prevented. Now, that's just my thinking, right? Maybe we could prevent, because we are at a stage where we have to look to the future to say, how can we prevent more? Because we've seen in the news that there's more children going missing, and I don't know what is going on in this country at this time. You understand? So how can we change, but in a preventative mode? So I would look at it from that aspect.
Now, Brent, I believe today is day 10 of that search for baby Angelo. I'm not too sure if you are currently in the community at this time, but would you be able to give us an update about the search and what's about to happen today, if you can do that?
No, I'm not privy to any police information. I'm more privy to hearsay information, right, which is not actual factual, right? But we will be out there in the community, right? Still waiting for questions unanswered question as where is the body, right? That is the question on everybody's lips right now. Yeah, where is the body? Why hasn't there's a confession, alleged confession, right? Please, let's tell the community and the wider world where is the body of Angelo. I am appealing to the parents of the both persons involved in the disappearance, the grandmothers and so on. All talk to the boy, talk to them, talk to the alleged mother or so on, and try to ascertain from them what happened to Angelo. That is all we want to know. What happened to him? He was in your care. Right, he was in all of care. I appeal to the parents and families of both people, right, involved. All talk to them. It's something that we need to know, right? And I believe this is the stage we're at. We want to know what happened.
Now, Brent, as a village council president, what kind of healing or support do you think that the community would need going forward from this?
Well, we have our vice president has been down there. Our trustee has been down there from the beginning, right? The village council is actually made up of villagers. So our village is down there. So the council there is well represented. Going forward, right? We have the Heritage Festival coming up. And I believe in the Heritage Festival coming up, I hope we could be able to come forward and, heal from this. I believe at some point we will have to do some sort of memorial, right? It hasn't been, it's proposed. Where will it take place, It's left to be seen, and invite our representatives to be part of the memorial, because we have to find a way. As sad as it is, we have to find a way to move on. We have to find a way to learn from this. We have to find a way to grow from this. We cannot continue down the same path. We cannot allow another child, right, to be lost the same way, right? Not only in Goodwood, not only in Tobago, not only in Trinidad and Tobago. Right, so that is the sort of healing we need. We have to learn from this. When you learn, you grow.
Now, Brent, before you go, baby Angelo brought together Trinidad and Tobago and has all eyes on the sister isle, and everyone's coming together for this, as you said before. How do you want baby Angelo, how does the community want baby Angelo to be remembered through all of this?
Well, that's a very good question. Right? Some way, somehow, he will be remembered because he was a nice little boy, right? In the back, as you see the video where the rocks are, right? They used to fishing, right? On the night time, there's a number of people coming there to fishing, I believe that there should be from my own personal view, that there should be some type of funding in Angelo's name for children, right, or some type of policy change, right, from the perspective of legislation, right, for children, right, in Angelo's name, right. I believe the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago should have legislation, better legislation, right, to assist the police and so on, investigators and child protective care and so on. Maybe a fund or something in the name for help parenting, right, in his name. So something should come out in Angelo's name. I ain't sure as yet, but those are some suggestions.
Totally understand. Thank you very much, Mr. Brent Smith. And our thoughts and prayers continue to be with you and the people of Goodwood and also Tobago. Thank you for joining us.
All right. Well, thank you as well, and enjoy the rest of your day. Right. Thank you for being a part and the work that you have been doing. Continue doing the great work.
Thank you very much, Mr. Smith. That was the president of the Goodwood Village Council joining us on Trinidad and Tobago today for that update as today begins day 10 of that agonizing search for baby Angelo. Well, the Tobago House of Assembly Chief Secretary Farley Augustine says the case of missing toddler Angelo Tobias Plaza is absolutely infuriating. And he made this comment while speaking exclusively with TTT News. Gregory McBurney tells us more.
Although police are yet to confirm reports that a man has confessed to murdering baby Angelo, THA Chief Secretary Farley Augustine says the entire incident has sparked a sense of anger among Tobagonians. Speaking with TTT News in Charlottesville today, Chief Secretary Augustine urged the public to use this opportunity to reflect on the deeper issues being brought to the fore.
And the island certainly cannot and should not sit easy on this. I think this should be one of those things that we don't allow to just have its 9 day and pass. We have to have more than serious conversations about how we treat the vulnerable on the island, how we treat each other. We have had, as an island, perhaps some secret sins that we have to treat with.
He said it is important that people understand the role of family in building a society.
The family is the first social institution. And if the first social institution, before we get to the church, the school, the youth groups, and all the other social institutions, if the first social institution destroys the child, then what exactly are we preparing for in terms of the future?
The Chief Secretary also criticized the investigative process, saying he believes it took too long for certain information to be discovered. Police have maintained throughout the investigation, however, that due process has to be followed. Gregory McBurney, TTT News.
Thank you, Gregory. Well, Chief Secretary Farley Augustine says something is not right. We continue to follow this story and bring you all the updates as they come to us. Remember, for everything that you see here and more, you can find it a little later on online at TTT Live Online. If you want to contribute to the show in any way, all you have to do is send us an email at tttoday@ttt.co.tt, and you can be a part of the conversation that's shaping our nation. Trinidad and Tobago Today, news you can trust and the stories that matter.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself. When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going like,
I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digital is kind of a comfort, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network, and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel, and I never regretted it.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge and confident about your business? If you are, the 10-20 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
The time is now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. No, not that. Right now. Right now. All I need is one night. We're gonna have to splurge on it. All I need is one night. I went deaf on it. No, not that. Right now. All I need is one night. We're gonna have to splurge on it. All I need is one night. I went deaf on it. This is the new day.
A new sound, a new style, a new style, a new class. Next 99.1 FM, the next level of radio.
Right now.
History was made in regional bodybuilding over the weekend, and the history maker hails from Tobago. Just days ago at the prestigious Roger Boyce Elite Pro Classic in Barbados, local fitness powerhouse Angela Campbell stepped onto the stage and walked away as the first ever female bodybuilder from Tobago to earn her coveted IFBB Pro card. It is a monumental milestone for an athlete who only began her competitive journey in 2019 and who was just 2 years ago dominating the CAC Championships in Guyana. Now she's officially competing at the highest tier of the sport, placing third in her very first pro category debut. Joining us now to share her historic journey and what it truly takes to sculpt a professional grade physique and what this milestone means for the future of fitness in Tobago is the owner of Angie's Body Sculpting and our newest IFBB Pro, Angela Campbell. Good morning, Angela, and a massive congratulations to you.
Good morning, and thank you.
So, Angela, becoming the first female from Tobago to earn this IFBB Pro card is a really massive historic achievement. So, when you stood on that stage in Barbados over the weekend and you realized you had officially crossed over into the professional ranks, what was going through your mind?
It was emotional and happy at the same time.
Yeah. Did you anticipate this? Is this something that you were expecting, or did it take you by surprise?
Actually, you could say that, because when I was getting ready, while I was training, I was like, you're going there, you're going to create history. You're definitely not coming back without a pro card, so give it your all. So that was me talking to myself, propping myself up in training. So I went with a mindset that I given it my all, and I would definitely have to come back with a pro card.
Now, you actually took a major leap of faith just by entering the pro qualifier at the Roger Boyce Classic. So what made you decide that this was the exact right moment to take that chance and go after the highest credential in bodybuilding?
I think from the last competition I did in St. Lucia, and I came first, I wanted to find out, even if I came first, I didn't achieve a pro card, but I wanted to find out where all my weakness was. So to come back and work on it. So, this time you're going back with a full package. So you want to know if it's the legs need to get tighter, the arms need to get more tight, or the back need to get wider. So I did. I questioned the judges, asked them what is my weakness, so what I need to work on more. So as they tell me what I need to do, I just come right back to the drawing board now to correct every single detail, to go at it again.
Now, not only did you win your pro card over the weekend, but you immediately stepped into the pro category and placed third against seasoned professionals. So tell us how intense was that transition, switching gears from trying to turn pro to instantly competing against the best in the business on the same weekend, Angela?
After I got my pro card, and one of the judges was like, you could do the pro show tomorrow. I was like kind of shaking, like I was like to go stand with these pros. Um, I didn't sure if I was really ready to do it, and then I was like, Angie, here what? Go stand with them, and then you would see where your work really began. Because I mean, standing with the pros, it was kind of intimidated, but great experience at the same point in time. So standing there with them and posing on stage with them, and then you realize my work now begin. I now have to work harder to reach their level. So it was just an experience.
Now, your competitive journey started in 2019 in women's physique, I understand, and you've been collecting first place trophies ever since, including your big wins in Guyana back in 2024. We can't forget those. So when you look back at the athlete you were in 2019 versus the IFBB pro standing or sitting here today, what has been the biggest shift in your mindset and training?
The biggest shift in my mindset training from 2019 to being an IFBB pro now is the whole thing is your mindset. So once your mindset that this is the sport I like, this is the sport that I am in, so you just have to go. So if even you didn't get your pro card within 3, 4, 5 years, it wasn't to give up. It was just to go back to the drawing board and keep going. So every failure to me is a win because this is how you learn. This is how you grow. So sometimes you have to fail in order to grow and in order to get stronger, to get your mind stronger, to set stronger boundaries, to know this is what I'm going for. I'm not going to break this rule. I'm going to stick to it. So it just gives you a stronger mindset to never give up and just go for whatever you want.
And bodybuilding is also famously a 24/7 sport because discipline really dictates everything. So I know you have to balance your nutritional need and all the prep and the intense, I believe, 2-a-day workouts that are required for elite competition. And also you run this business. So how do you do all of that?
It's challenging because you have to be thinking all the time because you have your clients to deal with. So you train your clients. Well, you have to prep your meals. Sometimes you prep from the day before. So, when you're running through the day, you don't have to study about meals because meals already prepped. It's just to get warm up. So sometimes you finish everything in the night. You have to get up and start weighing everything, weigh every food that you eat by the grams. So you get your small containers, you get your scale out and you start weighing everything, and then you cook and you just put everything into portions, back into containers. It's a real discipline because sometimes you finish with clients and it's like, where am I going to get the energy to train? Competition is coming. You have no energy. You have no motivation. But the discipline will say, go downstairs and do what you have to do. So that was just, it's really challenging because sometimes you're really tired and the body don't feel like doing it, but the mind saying you have to. So you just have to have a very strong mindset when you're doing this because bodybuilding is not an easy walk in the park. It's not an easy game. It's not easy training to get a pro card. It's not easy training to even enter, to walk on the stage. It's hard work.
That is some serious inspiration for us this morning. See, Angela said, just get up and do what you have to. Thank you for sharing that with us. Now that you've achieved pro status, so the doors to major international stages are wide open for you, Angela. What does the competitive roadmap look like for you for the rest of 2026? So what's next? What are the new targets that you're aiming for now?
I'm not sure if I'm doing any competition soon. I'm kind of thinking if I'm doing it, it would be like around October, November. So I have to look to see what competition, what pro show is coming up around October, November, because you have to give your body a little time to bounce back and then to, well, at least 1 week to eat and drink what you want. 1 week. So this is this week. And from Mondays right back into competition mode. So you always have to keep training and eating like competition is 3 months ahead. This is how I balance my body not to get overweight or anything. So I always train it a mindset. Competition is 3 months away. So you always stay in line and stay in a balance. So that helps motivate me and keep me from not overeating.
Yeah. Angela, so if you don't mind me asking, what was... Yeah. Go ahead. It's fine.
So if I didn't do any for November, December, I'll just go back to the Reggae Boys next year, May, and do the pro show. So I will be prepping for anyone.
Oh. Now, Angela, if you don't mind me asking, what was the first thing you ate after this diet finished and you could eat anything that you wanted to consume? What was the first thing you reached for?
The first thing I reached for was some Royal Castle.
Well,
as I reached back, I wanted some Royal Castle. I wanted a glass of Coke with crushed ice. I was just craving everything. And then when you get it, it's like the stomach telling you, I don't need this. I don't want this. I'm not going to keep it. So if you put it in, it's going to come back out.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that's one way to keep your body in track. Well, after you've done this for so long, your body is calling for all the things that it's accustomed to. But before you go, Angela, you've officially broken a glass ceiling for female athletes in Tobago. And we're so proud of you for that. For the women who are watching this morning and who look at your journey and they want to get into body sculpting or even competitive fitness, but they might feel a little bit intimidated, what advice do you have for them to take that first step?
My advice to them is do whatever you love. Whatever you want to do, you can achieve it. And don't study the myth that if you lift weights, you're going to look like a man. No, you would not, because our hormones does not support the growth of male to look like a male. Only if you had to be taking some kind of drugs or something to actually look like a male. So enhancing your muscles is beautiful. You don't have to be a bodybuilder, but having nice lean muscles, yeah, because that's the way to go. Cardio is a no for me. Yes, cardio, it have its use, but doing tons of cardio without doing weight training, cardio breaks your muscles. It don't build muscles. So they have to go hand in hand. So tons of cardio, not going to lose any fat. You're going to lose your muscles and not fat. So then when you get lean or you get small, you realize your skin's soft and it's sagging because the muscle mass is gone and the body there with the fat. So tons of cardio is a no-no. So hit the weights. Don't afraid to lift heavy. Your body just gonna look better. You're just gonna be stronger. And I said to them, don't be the youngest in the nursing home. Lift weights, portion your meals, and stay on track.
Yeah, I love that. Don't be the youngest in the nursing home. Thank you for that, Angela, and congratulations again. And we can't wait to see all of your progress, and we will definitely keep up with you. So have a good day, Angela.
Thank you so much for having me on the show this morning.
No problem. Have a good day. All right, that was Angela Campbell, our newest IFBB pro. Well, the time now 11 minutes before 7 o'clock. We take a break, and when we come back, we get ready to wrap hour number 1 of TNT Today.
Hello everyone, I'm Pastor Lisa Singh from Heavenly Grace Ministries in New York, and I want to take this opportunity to invite you to join me right here every Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m. It has been a fantastic 2026 so far, and the Word of God has just been unraveling in ways that we can only imagine. So I don't want you to miss out. Remember, every Sunday morning, 6:30 a.m. right here. Looking forward to being with you.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself. When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going like,
You know, I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digicel is kind of a comfort, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel. And I never regretted it.
Since 1972, one sound has been living in the heart of Trinidad and Tobago, the longest running radio station in the nation.
We're your holiday soundtrack, whether it's on your day off, long drives, or house lives. We are always sweet.
This is music with meaning, music with memories.
Music that feels like home.
And it's not just the songs, it's the voices you trust, personalities you've grown with.
Laughter that sounds familiar. This isn't just radio, it's tradition. It's memories. It's part of who we are.
Sweet 100.1 FM, the rhythm of our identity, part of your family.
Always 100, guide you on your way. Sweet 100, sweet 100.
What if possibility was only the beginning? Welcome to Limitless, a journey where ideas become action and action becomes impact. From breaking barriers and challenging misconceptions to designing with dignity and driving innovation with heart. This series explores how inclusion is moving from concept to community in Trinidad and Tobago. Across each episode, we meet the change makers and everyday leaders turning challenges into opportunity, building real solutions that change real lives, from possibility to impact. This is Limitless.
Welcome back to Tobago Thursday on Trinidad and Tobago Today. Well, the TTMS is warning us that flooding is still a major risk for Trinidad and Tobago. Now, they also said that it will be a quiet hurricane season, but even without a direct hurricane hit, TNT remains at the risk of flooding. So you know what that means. Please clean up your surroundings, ensure that you make the necessary preparations for the rainy season, and please stop littering, because you know what happens. That comes back to haunt us, especially in flood-prone areas. Even if you're not living in a flood-prone area, please just clean up your surroundings and do not dump your old fridges, your old washing machines. Just be a good human and take care of the environment as well. Well, staying with some weather now, in case you want to find out what's happening today. Should I walk with an umbrella? How should I dress? Is it going to be hot? Is there Saharan dust? Zaina James has an update for you now.
Zaina James here with your weather update. Thursday will bring a mostly sunny, hazy and breezy day across both islands as dry conditions continue to dominate the atmosphere. A few brief early morning showers are possible, but for the most part, rainfall activity will remain limited. Temperatures will once again feel warm throughout the day, especially in those urban areas. Across the waters, moderate seas persist with wave heights near 2 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. And as always, here's a quick look at your high tide and low tide times for both Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you, Zaina. Well, Spain's tax authority has been ordered to repay Colombian superstar Shakira more than $64 million US. That's quite a lot of money. Well, after a court in Madrid ruled that it had mistakenly pursued her for unpaid taxes, this is all happening. Tax officials imposed massive fines on the singer in 2021 after concluding that she had spent more than 183 days in Spain in 2011 and was therefore liable to pay personal income tax, according to a statement from the Audiencia Nacional High Court published on Monday. However, Shakira was only in Spain for 163 days, meaning she wasn't a resident of the country for tax purposes, the court added. And Stephen Colbert is preparing to say goodbye to late-night television as CBS officially brings the Late Show franchise to an end this week. Now, while many fans remain upset over this decision, with some questioning whether politics played a role, Colbert himself has taken a gracious approach to the show's final days. Former host David Letterman even said he had every right to be pissed off, but Colbert said he's choosing gratitude instead. In a recent interview with the New York Times, the longtime host said he enjoyed working with CBS and wanted to end things on a positive note, adding that he would rather feel grateful for the experience, that is, than mad about it. Well, I'm pretty sure that's heartbreaking to a lot of people to hear about. Also, before we head to the news, another congratulations in store for the Red Force. Remember, it's 20 years they've been waiting for this, and they're now the winners of the 2026 West Indies Championship. A special congratulations to our boy Amir Jangu, who's part of that team, and Joshua De Silva. We take a short break and head to the news. Come back inside the next hour for more.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself. When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going like,
You know, I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digicel is kind of a comfort, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel and I never regretted it.
The plays that shake the arenas. The stories that move a nation. From football to cricket, track to tennis, every win, every rivalry, every headline. This is where Trinidad and Tobago come for sports.
TTT Sports with Nasira Mohammed, daily at 7 p.m.
सबको मालूम है जहांगीर की रखेल है हमारी बाप की उम्र का होगा कम से कम
अरे बाप है वो इस घर में मैं बच्चों की तरह पला हूँ समझी
घर में तो कुत्ते भी पाले जाते हैं मियाँ गुड्डू के पीछे जीभ लटकाए यूं पोंछ हिलाते नहीं देख सकते हम तुम्हें किसी एक को मानना होगा तुम्हें हम या जहांगीर
I'm Renee Sion with another edition of Caribbean Week in Review.
क्या कर रही हो? माया देवी के बारे में सोच रही हूँ मैं भी
Listen, I have an idea.
What?
Imagine अगर माया देवी को किसी लड़के से लव लेटर मिले और उस लेटर में लिखा हो Dear Maya, I love you. मैं तुम्हें बहुत चाहता था लेकिन तुम्हारे अंकल ने मुझे भगा दिया Or something like that. किस लड़के का? कोई भी इमेजिनरी लड़का यार, उसे नाम भी दे देंगे और उसके तरफ से लेटर्स लिखेंगे।
Good morning, this is your TTT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. Trinidad and Tobago is forecast to experience a drier than usual wet season this year, with fewer hurricanes anticipated. Despite this outlook, Acting Chief Climatologist at the Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service, Kedar Kisoon, is urging continued vigilance, cautioning that even a single storm can cause significant damage.
Tropical storms forming in the area of interest has the potential to threaten Trinidad and Tobago and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. This season only needs one tropical storm or hurricane to cause devastation in Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, or any other island for it to be an active season.
In the Ministry of Public Utilities, Shavana Sam, said the country is already experiencing the effects of climate change through increased bushfires, extreme heat, and threats to ecosystems and communities.
Across the globe, we are witnessing the increasing frequency and intensity of extreme weather conditions, prolonged heat events, droughts, flooding, and other climate-related challenges that continue to affect food security, water resources, energy systems, and public health. And right here in Trinidad and Tobago, we are seeing these impacts become more visible within our very own communities.
The 20th National Climate Outlook Forum was held on Wednesday under the theme Heat and Public Health, Reducing Risk Through Climate Services. In other news, amid the rise of non-bank payment providers, fintech companies, and virtual asset services, the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago is seeking to strengthen oversight and consumer protections through the Draft Payment Systems and Services Bill and its accompanying regulations. According to Central Bank Governor Larry Howey, the payment landscape is evolving, with an increase in non-bank payment service providers, fintechs, and virtual asset services. The Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago hopes to manage risk to consumers with adequate monitoring and safeguards through the Draft Payment Systems and Services Bill and accompanying regulations framework.
Our current legislative framework, though efficient in the past, is no longer fit for the evolving environment. We need a modern.
During a consultation on Wednesday, Assistant Manager of Payments and Financial Markets Infrastructure, Ms. Jeanette Joseph, gave an overview of the objectives.
Of the national payment system to provide greater legal certainty and protection of users of payment clearing and settlement systems, to implement the risk-based regulatory regime calibrated to the nature, scale, and risk of different payment activities and entities, and also to facilitate e-commerce, encourage cashless payments, and promote financial inclusion.
The consultation process is currently ongoing, and all feedback will be considered before the revised bill is submitted. In sport, Aston Villa ended a 3-decade wait for major silverware with a commanding 3-0 victory over Freiburg in the 2026 Europa League final on Wednesday. Villa, considered favourites for the competition, controlled the match from the outset. Yuri Tielemans broke the deadlock in the 41st minute with a stunning volley before Emiliano Buendia doubled the lead in the first half stoppage time. Just after the restart, Buendia's dangerous cross was turned in by Morgan Rogers, sealing the triumph and sparking jubilant celebrations among the fans. The victory crowned a remarkable season for Unai Emery's side, who lifted their first European trophy since 1982. And that's what's making the news at this time. After the break, Virmala is back with hour number 2 of Trinidad and Tobago Today.
Since 1972, one sound has been living in the heart of Trinidad and Tobago, the longest running radio station in the nation.
We're your holiday soundtrack, whether it's on your day off, long drives, or house lives. We are always sweet.
This is music with meaning, music with memories.
Music that feels like home.
And it's not just the songs, it's the voices you trust, personalities you've grown with.
Laughter that sounds familiar. This isn't just radio, it's tradition. It's memories. It's part of who we are.
Sweet 100.1 FM, the rhythm of our identity, part of your family.
Always 100, guide you on your way. Sweet 100.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
I'm Renee Sion with another edition of Caribbean Week in Review.
I'm Jamila Bannister, host of the Socially Safe podcast, the new TTPS podcast where we share real stories, teach real lessons, and create real impact. From online safety and youth crime to community policing and personal responsibility, we go beyond the headlines and talk about what's happening in our communities with the officers and experts who are on the front lines. Because safety starts with awareness, conversation, and action. Tune in to the Socially Safe podcast on the TTPS YouTube channel, listen on Apple Podcasts, and on Spotify. Don't miss it.
Watch on TTT, Mondays 6 p.m., Tuesdays 1:10 p.m.
Welcome back to Tobago Thursday on Trinidad and Tobago Today. Well, some sport news. As we said before the break, Trinidad and Tobago Red Force are regional Red Bull champions for the first time in 20 years, ending Guyana's dynasty.
Trinidad and Tobago Red Force dismantled defending champions Guyana Happy Eagles by 141 runs at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium on Wednesday, halting Guyana's bid for a fourth straight title and what would have been their 9th crown in 11 seasons. Chasing 281 on the final day, Guyana's batting crumbled for 139 in 39 overs. Terrence Hines took 3 for 30, Jaden Seals 3 for 39, with Joshua James and Anderson Phillip cleaning up the tail. Only Kevlon Anderson's 41 offered any resistance. The foundation was built across 3 days of seesaw cricket. A 13-run first innings lead by the Red Force set the platform, and Evan Lewis delivered the knockout blow, a commanding 122 runs, anchoring Trinidad and Tobago's second innings of 267, and setting a target Guyana could never realistically chase. When the final wicket fell on Wednesday afternoon, 2 decades of longing and disappointment for the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force ended.
Now, congratulations to the Red Force team again after 20 years. This is definitely well deserved. Well, speaking about sport and exercise in general, you know, a lot of people feel like it's hard sometimes with the lives that we live to get physical activity in. Well, a new study is telling us that even very small amounts of daily exercise can significantly improve your health and help you to live longer. And they're saying something like, get this, 5 minutes, just 5 minutes of moderate activity a day can really help you to live longer. Think about that. So a lot of times we say, okay, well, I don't have 30 minutes, or this new thing with you need 10,000 steps per day. Yeah, I think because of social media, that has really caught on. But realistically, not many of us can get 10,000 steps, especially when you have a very long day stuck in traffic to and from work. You have to take care of your children. You have responsibilities. You know, work is just really demanding. It's very hard. And then when you get home, you have a lot of housework to do and prepare for the next day. So it's usually just a cycle and you repeat it every single day. So 5 minutes a day, I think we can do that. Now, researchers analyzed data from 150,000 adults in the UK, also the US and Scandinavia. So it's a really wide batch. And they found that adding just small amounts of movement into your daily routines has real health benefits for you. So if you reduce your sitting time by just 30 minutes a day, that can also help to lower risk of early death. If you want to check that article out, it's on the BBC's website. So again, you really don't need too much physical activity if this is something that you can't get every single day, but still try to make it a habit to fit in something for the day. And I also read an article that said 10,000 steps is not it, but 5,000 steps can really work. So realistically, maybe just walk up and down your house, or maybe just the office, pace back and forth while you're eating. I don't know. Find some way to get your steps in this morning, at least some, and 5 minutes of activity. Also, we spoke with Miss Angela Campbell just a few minutes ago, telling us about how she makes time to meal prep and really prepare for the week or the day ahead. So sometimes you just need to bite the bullet and really go get it done. Well, we're continuing this morning with Tobago Thursday, and tee-off is just 48 hours away for one of the biggest philanthropic sporting events on the national calendar. This Friday and Saturday, the Magdalena Grand Beach and Golf Resort becomes the epicenter of sports tourism as it hosts the prestigious Prime Minister's Charity Golf Classic. And for decades, this event has successfully used the game of golf to raise millions of dollars for vulnerable citizens and NGOs across our Twin Islands. The acting board chairman, Srinivas Dawson Mohip, is in the Sister Isle right now, making sure that the greens are pristine. Good morning, Mr. Mohip.
Very good morning to you also.
So you are on the ground in Tobago right now as the final countdown begins. So tell us, what is the energy like in Magdalena Grand this morning, and how are the course conditions shaping up at the Tobago Plantations for tomorrow's tee-off?
Oh, well, the energy is fantastic. You know, we have a lot of our sponsors coming to do their banners and stuff. We have lots of things being delivered and whatnot, like our prizes, our water for the course. The course condition is very, very dry, but the greens are in superb condition. The bunkers are in superb condition. The fairways are a bit dry, but, you know, it's the weather, so it's only so much we can do.
Well, this tournament is famous, and it's one of the most prestigious events on the regional golfing circuit. So drawing players and high-profile corporate teams as well. Can you give us a sense of the scale of this year's turnout, and how many golfers or teams are we expecting to see hitting the greens this weekend?
Well, this year, you know, our charity motto is to be the premier golf tournament in the region, and we try our best to live up to our motto. This year we are expecting between 110 and 120 players. We do have some people still to come in as we speak. You know, there's a big sporting event also in Tobago this week, and I think it's a diving competition. But we are expecting a virtual full house, over 100 players.
That's a lot. And this is also a highly competitive tournament for the players, and the ultimate goal is philanthropic. Now, what are some of the primary charitable areas, the foundations, or even the community initiatives that the proceeds from this edition are earmarked to support?
Well, over the years, we are very, very proud that during our 27th year, this is our 27th year of the tournament, that we have been able to to buy an ambulance for the Red Cross. Over the years, we have also bought a screening unit for the Cancer Society. But besides that, like over the last year, from last year proceeds, we were able to give out $353,000 we did students like 239 students in various ways. Sometimes we help them with the rent, sometimes we help them with the transport. We do book grants. We do food hampers. We do over 500 food hampers, especially around the Christmas time, because, in spite of all the best things that our government and other charitable organizations are doing, we still have a need and impact of people for that need food stuff. Also, we have also been involved heavily to help people with medical through wheelchairs, through tickets for international travel, as the case might be. We also help people like fire victims, and building upgrade and whatnot when the roof leaking and such things. So basically, we tend to we believe that when someone has nowhere else to go, they come to us, and we try our best to help as much people as possible. It is very important to understand that we don't do any personal checks. We normally do it like to maybe a medical center or a travel agency, or you might do it to a hardware, as the case might be. So we don't do personal checks. Also, it's very important to know that this is a total 100% voluntary. All our workers, our directors, does it on a voluntary basis over the last 27 years. So we are very, very proud of our record. And we also have audited accounts. We have an auditor that every year we do audited accounts.
Now, this tournament has been going strong for well over 25 years, Mr. Mohib, donating over $6 million, as you said, to various causes since the inception. So in your role as tournament director, what do you think is the secret to maintaining such strong corporate sponsorship and player loyalty year after year?
I honestly believe the product itself is selling itself to a great extent. We try our best. We have a function on Friday night where we have a cocktail evening. And then we have a prize-giving dinner. Normally we don't have a prize-giving. We try to have the dinner at a ballroom where you have a sit-down dinner. So people use the opportunity, especially in Tobago over the last couple of years, as a little family vacation also. So people like to come to Tobago. Players like to use carts because most of our golf courses in Trinidad, they walk. And the product itself, you have a good time. It's a very difficult game. The format we play is what is called alternate shots. So it's a difficult game from a golfing perspective. So what we do, our prize table really is very, very, very attractive, So golfers like to play well. Golfers like to win prizes. So we attract them with the whole product itself, and then all our sponsors, we give them like a annual report of what we have done from a charitable perspective, so to see where the money is being spent. I think that's the secret.
Now, the Magdalena Grand and Tobago Plantations course offer a really unique world-class layout with, those iconic holes. They're right along the Atlantic coast. So from a player perspective, what are the specific features or challenges of this course that make it such a draw for this tournament?
Well, the beauty is one for sure, because we have beside the coastline, we have the Sugar Mill hole and whatnot. And then the greens are very, very international standard, There are very few golf courses, probably St. Andrews is the only one that has such beautiful greens. So it's a real challenge to put on greens that you only see on television when you're watching golf on television. That's the quality of greens that we have here in Tobago. Then the wind factor is very important too. It's not often you have like a 40 miles per hour wind coming in your face, as the case might be, to hit a golf ball. So it's very, very challenging from that perspective. The bunkers and everything, it's laid out perfectly. In fact, the senior PGA played a tournament in this course when it was newly opened. So it's a really, really high class golf course.
Now, for those who aren't necessarily golfers, but they still want to support the cause or experience the tournament's atmosphere, Mr. Mohib, how can the public get involved? Are there spectating opportunities or side events happening over the 2 days?
Well, the opportunity to come and watch the golf is very, very open. We have an open policy with that. We normally have a lot of people accompanying the players. Then we have a lot of our sponsors coming to view the game. You know, we try our best to get our personnel to take out our corporate sponsors so they could go and view the game at certain times and whatnot. We do have a lot of coverage, but we try to do the coverage ourselves in-house because, you know, everything kind of difficult these days from a financial perspective. So although we want to keep a certain quality, we try our best to keep our costs down as much as possible. As I said, it's purely voluntary, so, you know, we incur little or no expenses to run the tournament.
Now, before you go, Mr. Mohib, hosting an event of this caliber really requires a massive coordinated effort between the organizers, the resort, the groundskeepers, and of course the volunteers. So as you put the finishing touches on the logistics today, what is your primary goal or your message for the participants and the sponsors arriving in Tobago for the weekend?
Our primary message is that we want everyone to come and have a good time, a good golfing experience. We want our players and our sponsors to know that this is one of the premier events in the Caribbean when it comes to golfing circles. We want them to know that everything is being done from a perspective of charity, and we want them to feel that they are part of it. So what we try to do, we try to touch hands with everyone, try to have conversations with everyone, the players and the sponsors and the spectators, so that we have a real holistic type of atmosphere at the golf course. And at the functions, so we do have, you know, we do have a great time in the function. We have little music and stuff and whatnot. In fact, in times gone by, some of our patrons end up dancing and partying and things and whatnot. So, you know, it's a kind of easygoing but serious golf atmosphere where people feel that they are part of the whole event. So I think that is what we're trying to achieve. We want everyone to have a good time.
Thank you very much.
And we are thankful to our sponsors. You know, we have some great sponsors this year. You know, we using Facebook and whatnot to put out our thank you to over the weekend. We're going to be streaming it live so people could watch the golf, people could see the functions we are having. And I'm very, very happy for you guys for giving me this opportunity this morning, and I thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mohib, for joining us this morning, telling us all about that. Have a good day and have a good tournament.
Okay, thanks a lot. You have a good day too. Bye.
All right. That was the acting board chairman, Srinivas Dawson Mohib, telling us about the prestigious Prime Minister's Charity Golf Classic. The time now 7:22. We take a short break, and when we come back, Tobago Thursday continues also today. We link up with Sweet 100.1 FM.
सबको मालूम है जहांगीर की रखेल है हमारी बाप की उम्र का होगा कम से कम।
अरे बाप है वो। इस घर में मैं बच्चों की तरह पला हूँ, समझी?
घर में तो कुत्ते भी पाले जाते हैं मियाँ। गुड्डू के पीछे जीभ लटकाए यूं पूंछ हिलाते नहीं देख सकते हम तुम्हें। किसी एक को मानना होगा तुम्हें। हम या जहांगीर।
आप जो मेरे हाथ में देख रहे हैं, यह है बॉम्बे पुलिस की स्टैंडर्ड इशू 9mm बुलेट शेल। यहाँ पर एक नहीं, इस तरह की हजारों गोलियां बिखरी पड़ी हैं। कल से आप हमारे चैनल पर देख रहे हैं कि किस तरह बॉम्बे पुलिस ने एक रेजिडेंशियल एरिया को जंग के मैदान में बदल दिया है।
Because of one officer, the entire police department is disgraced.
दिस इज शेमफुल सर। हम किसी भी तरह खान को माफ नहीं कर सकते। आई मीन बिना जस्टिफिकेशन के, बिना ऑथराइजेशन के एक रेजिडेंशियल बिल्डिंग को घेर लेना, आम लोगों की जान की परवाह किए बगैर फायरिंग करना, किस पुलिस मैनुअल में लिखा है सर? वी आर हियर टू प्रोटेक्ट, नॉट टू किल।
Well, once again, we're at summer's doorstep. The action is picking up with a variety of events that'll thrive alongside all of the popular attractions. Hello everyone, I'm Aidan St. Agath and welcome to Caribbean Passport TV.
All eyes will be on Antigua this summer for the 2026 Carnival celebrations, to which everyone is invited to feel the rhythm. With over 2 months of pre-events to warm things up, Antigua and Barbuda is event and activity driven. So if eco-adventure and marine life are among your passions, then scooter snorkeling is the tour company for you.
Your news anytime, anywhere. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News. Committed, accurate, relevant.
Next week, the spirit of determination and inclusion takes center stage in Tobago as the Special Olympics movement rolls into town for 2 major events. It all begins this coming Monday, May 25th, with a premier golf tournament on the beautiful greens of the Magdalena Grand before heading to the track and field at Shore Park on Thursday, May 28th for the annual Tobago Games. These events are about much more than methods. Well, they are a celebration of bravery, skill, and breaking barriers. Well, joining us now to discuss the athletes' preparation and how the community can get involved is the National Director of the Special Olympics, Ferdinand Beebe. Good morning, Mr. Beebe.
Good morning to you and your viewing public.
Now, Director Beebe, it all starts this Monday, May 25th at the Magdalena Grand with the golf tournament. Now, golf requires an immense amount of focus, precision, and technical skills. So can you talk a little bit about the preparation that your athletes have really put into mastering the sport and, what it means for them to play on a world-class course like the Tobago Plantations?
Right. So our athletes have been training year round because that's part of the mission of Special Olympics, that the athletes should train on a daily basis, weekly basis throughout the year and not just come out to a tournament to play. We have partnered with the Trinidad and Tobago Golf Association as well as the Let's Learn Golf Tobago, who has been working with the schools in Tobago preparing athletes for a number of years. So this is the first opportunity that the athletes will have to test their skills in a competition. And the fact that it's being held in a world-class venue, that is also one of the objectives of Special Olympics, that the athletes play in top-class venues so that they are able to understand that it is a real tournament that you're playing in. It doesn't minimize the fact that because you're playing in Special Olympics, you should be in some little corner. So the public will see them playing at a top venue, and the athletes will also enjoy the facilities of that venue.
Now, we're coming right off the back of the Prime Minister's charity golf tournament at the same venue this weekend. So how has that synergy worked out, and are any corporate partners or resources from this transitioning over to support your tournament on Monday?
No, unfortunately, we are separate from the Prime Minister's charity effort, but we are hoping that the sponsors may take an extra day and stay on to see our athletes and what they do. We have our usual sponsors, the Ministry of Sport, the Division of Youth Empowerment and Sport, Digicel Foundation, Massey Foundation, Blue Water Products, who are assisting us in staging our event in Tobago. And as I mentioned, we also have the in-kind grassroots support of the Magdalena Grant for making their facility available, EID Cut for making Shore Park available, and of course the partnership with the two Gulf entities, Let's Learn Gulf and TTGA.
Now, for those who may not be familiar with how Special Olympics golf is structured, can you explain the format for us? Do we have a mix of individual stroke play and unified pairs where athletes team up with non-disabled partners?
Right. So Special Olympics attempts to provide sporting opportunities for persons of all ability levels. So there are some of our athletes who want to play golf, but hasn't reached the stage of playing stroke play as yet. So we have what we refer to as individual skills competition, where we take out components of golf and make it into a standalone competition. So they would be competing in drive, chip, and putt. So they have those three individual skills that they come together to compete in. So they have that level of competition. Then we have three-hole alternate shot where we use an athlete combined with another player who does not have an intellectual disability to play over the course of 3 holes. And for the more advanced, we have 6-hole alternate shot, again, where an athlete will be playing with a partner to compete. So it's a range of opportunities for the athletes. So we have created a pathway, and we will also be exhibiting snag golf on Thursday as an entry-level opportunity for persons who want to play golf but has never done it before and are willing to get involved.
Now, Director Baby, I want to move to Thursday, May 28th, where the action will head to Shore Park for the main Special Olympics Tobago Games. So this is always an incredibly vibrant and emotional day. So what are the core sporting disciplines that we will see the athletes competing in this year at Shore Park?
Right, so we will have athletics, which is the most popular sport in Special Olympics. We would also have the sport of bocce, and football would also be offered for the athletes. We have 25 athletes registered to play golf, and we have another 100 athletes or so registered to participate at the games on Thursday. So it's our biggest number of athletes, but that is what we are all about, growth and opportunity.
Now, these games are a major culmination of months of training, local training across communities and schools. So can you give us a sense of the scale of Thursday's games? How many athletes from across Tobago are registered to compete?
Right. So we have 4 schools from Tobago, the Happy Haven Special School, the Tobago School for the Deaf, Speech and Language Impaired, as well as the Technical Vocational Center for Persons with Disabilities in Tobago. We have our new addition, the Transformation Foundation, who will be joining us for the first year. And we have a group of 10 independent bocce players coming up from Trinidad to Tobago to also participate in the competition. As I mentioned, we're expecting over 130 athletes to participate in the games, and it's really a cycle, because these games are the culmination of their training cycle. So after competition on Tuesday, they will take a break at the end of the school term, and next school term they will start preparing again, because this is their major event. This is the time of their lives, that this day that they get to compete in, is what they look for on their in their sporting calendar.
So the Special Olympics, it's about the the elite competition, but it is also deeply rooted in health, leadership, and also social inclusion, of course. So beyond the medals, what are the broader developmental impacts that these games have had on the families and the wider Tobago community?
Well, we have always included families as a standing committee in Special Olympics because we know that without the families, we won't have the success that we have had. Special Olympics started out as a grassroots organization, and actually families would have formed the basis as volunteers and as coaches and assistant coaches in the initial stages of the program. Right? We realize that health is a great part of our work because many of the persons with intellectual disabilities, due to stigmatization, due to overprotection, have reduced physical activity. I heard you mention earlier about 5 minutes and 30 minutes. Some of them didn't have any, and that has a high correlation with non-communicable diseases among the population. So we understand that, and we try to encourage training at least twice per week. But besides that, we have, like, for example, family health forums where we inform the parents about the importance of health, wellness, and well-being so that they could carry on extra work at home with the athletes to further the development of the athletes. We also have health screening that we usually offer. We are not offering it this year, but we did last year when we were in Tobago, health screening so that the athletes understand that health is just as important as physical activity. There is that relation that you should live healthy lifestyle outside of just competing.
All right. Thank you very much, Director Bibi, for joining us today. We'll see you on the stands on May 28th, and we do hope that you have a great rest of your day.
Yes, and thank you. And we look forward to TTT to continue following us in our activities throughout our National Games program.
Of course. Thank you very much. That's Director Ferdinand Bibi of the Special Olympics Trinidad and Tobago. 7:37, that's the time. We take a break and come back.
All right, settle on. Let's you made the roster this year. Excuse me, sir.
Aí que ela da poxa minha mãe logo aí também.
Mr. Hoyt,
Yes, Principal.
are these the new students?
Yes. The best of the best.
a wrap.
Say, CEO, what if the term now starts and these children missing school already?
Hey, what are you doing there?
Introducing the new class of Next 99.1 FM.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
We're going to take a quick moment. You know how we do to connect with our friends over on Sweet 100.1 FM. This is a link up where we bridge that space between TV and radio and just check in to see what's happening on the other side. Good morning. Is that Nicholas Hoyt?
Good morning, Virmala. Good morning. How we doing? How we doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Caught off guard this morning. How you doing?
Yeah, I know. I got caught too, but that's okay. How's the shift?
It's always a pleasure to hear from you. Are we getting you live here? I'm just making sure we have all the ducks in a row here.
Yeah.
Are you hearing me, Virmala?
I'm hearing you loud and clear, and you're hearing me.
All right, great. How's everything this morning?
I'm good. We miss Mark. Where's he been? What's going on?
Mark is actually doing his civic duty this morning.
Okay.
Yes.
see.
So Mark is
Not
out
here.
this morning.
Yes.
But he'll be back. We was hoping to have him on today. But today is one of the days that he definitely has to be out. So
okay,
he'll
that's
be back
okay. Well,
with us
Mark,
tomorrow,
wherever
hopefully.
you are, we miss you very much, and we can't wait till you are back and you can join us. So, what's happening?
Yeah.
How are your listeners this morning?
They're pretty much fine. We're having such a wonderful time, and we're getting up and giving them some information about Napa Jazz Fusion that is coming up on the 31st of May. Getting so excited for that. With the National Steel Orchestra and all the other orchestras coming together and giving a nice fusion. So that's coming up, and we're getting ready for that. So I was actually just in that ad-lib script and soliloquy when you chimed in there. So we were getting hyped up and pumped up for that.
I am so sorry I disturbed you, but feel
No,
free to
that's
continue and
quite all right.
tell us about this the jazz.
So that is quite all right. So we're getting ready for the Napa Jazz Fusion that's happening on May 31st in the courtyard of Napa. And people like Terry Lyons, Charmin Ford is going to be there. The National Steel Orchestra, the National, the Symphony, the orchestra is going to be there as well. UTT, I believe they have some ensembles that's going to be there. So Nival Chetlal, it's a plethora of musicians and performers from all sorts of disciplines are coming together and doing a nice fusion at Napa. And I've been to some of Napa shows with the orchestras, and they have a really unique way of interpreting music and regurgitating it in a whole new form and amazing form. So I believe it's going to be a really, really wonderful show. So we definitely, I'm looking forward to actually experiencing that jazz fusion.
Yeah. Well, on our show this morning, it's Tobago Thursday. As you know, we do this every Thursday. But also, we started the show this morning talking a little bit about a viral video that we saw of a school fight. Now, before I go, I really have to tell you that shook us to our core this morning. Karen and I were talking about it. And it just, it underscores the fact that we really need to take care of our students, of our children, and we really need to do better.
Yes, we do. I had a little sneak peek of Carrie's newscast, and I think the chief secretary was talking about, you know, how our kids, it starts from that first learning stage, or first inculcation of how they interact and stuff starts with the family, and if we don't, if we miss it there, then what are we rearing, you know, down the line and for the future? And I believe this is and I'm seeing the on the screen there the fight.
Yes.
And it's definitely jarring. It's definitely heart wrenching. And we definitely need to. We can't just, you know, have these instances and have a 9-minute, I guess, you know, we talk for about 9 minutes and then
Yes.
we act like it didn't happen.
Well,
You
I
know,
love the
it's
fact that you're
definitely
saying
something that we continue seeing.
You're saying
that,
9
you know,
minutes,
seeing this
but
trend.
you know, we used to be a 9-day society, but I
9 days.
believe
Well, 9 minutes now. It's
9
shorter.
minutes. Well, you know,
It's
thank
shorter now.
you. Thank you very much, Nick, for being here with us this morning, weighing in a little bit and getting to connect. You know, we love this little this kind of collision of two worlds, I should say.
Yes.
It's a very interesting space. You're not too sure if you're on land or if you're in space. I don't know what it is, but I love just intersecting here.
I love it. I love the blend and the connection and our ability to do these type of things where we literally simulcast. We on TV, we on radio, we on online. As you said, we somewhere in space, we all over the place. So
that's it.
I love
you
it.
know, we're
I love
defying
it.
gravity. We're defying all the laws of everything that may be possible. Thank you,
Yes.
Nick. Have a wonderful rest
and before
of
you
your
go,
shift.
a song to
Yes.
check out
Right.
for today. MX Prime Party Calling. Check out that one.
I'm ready for that. I'm going to check that
Check
one
out that
out.
one.
Thank you, Nick. Have a
All right, take care.
wonderful day. Bye-bye. That was The Link Up with Sweet 100.1 FM.
Today. Good morning.
This is The Link Up with Sweet 100.1 FM.
Barcelona drawing a game, not winning their first set of game. Worried, concerned.
Emotional damage is fantasy.
What a wonderful finish.
You see any story? Let me come again. One more time.
Well, once again, we're at summer's doorstep. The action is picking up with a variety of events that'll thrive alongside all of the popular attractions. Hello everyone, I'm Aiden St. Agath, and welcome to Caribbean Passport TV.
All eyes will be on Antigua this summer for the 2026 Carnival celebrations, to which everyone is invited to feel the rhythm. With over 2 months of pre-events to warm things up, Antigua and Barbuda is event and activity driven. So if eco-adventure and marine life are among your passions, then Scooter Snorkeling is the tour company for you.
आप जो मेरे हाथ में देख रहे हैं यह है बॉम्बे पुलिस की स्टैंडर्ड इशू 9mm बुलेट शेल। यहाँ पर एक नहीं, इस तरह की हजारों गोलियां बिखरी पड़ी हैं। कल से आप हमारे चैनल पर देख रहे हैं कि किस तरह बॉम्बे पुलिस ने एक रेजिडेंशियल एरिया को जंग के मैदान में बदल दिया है।
Because of one officer, the entire police department is disgraced. This is shameful, sir. हम किसी भी तरह खान को माफ नहीं कर सकते। I mean, बिना justification के, बिना ऑथराइजेशन के एक रेजिडेंशियल बिल्डिंग को घेर लेना, आम लोगों की जान की परवाह किए बगैर फायरिंग करना, किस पुलिस मैनुअल में लिखा है सर? We are here to protect, not to kill.
क्या कर रही हो?
माया देवी के बारे में सोच रही हूँ।
मैं भी। Listen, I have an idea.
What?
Imagine अगर माया देवी को किसी लड़के से लव लेटर मिले और उस लेटर में लिखा हो, Dear Maya, I love you. मैं तुम्हें बहुत चाहता था, लेकिन तुम्हारे अंकल ने मुझे भगा दिया।
Or something like that?
किस लड़के का? कोई भी इमेजिनरी लड़का यार, उसे नाम भी दे देंगे और उसके तरफ से लेटर्स लिखेंगे।
गोरी जमुना हिलोरे झुलनिया लेगे मछलिया अरे लेगे मछलिया रे लेगे मछलिया लेगे मछलिया लेगे मछलिया धार गोरी जमुना हिलोरे झुलनिया लेगे मछलिया
That's Tobago Chana with his very latest music video for this song composed by the late, great Budram Holas, his uncle, and it's called Tar Gori Jamuna. So always really lovely to see Tobago culture with us this morning, and also the vibrant colors and rich flavors and deep-rooted traditions of our East Indian heritage are in full focus this Saturday as the Gulf City Lowlands Mall comes alive for the Tobago Indian Arrival Day celebrations. Now, it's a full afternoon of activity, and to give us a preview of all of the music and the drama and the food and everything we can look forward to is Mr. Govinda Ramlogan, the Public Relations Officer for the Tobago Hindu Society. Good morning, Govinda. Congrats on your music video as well.
Good morning, Sitaram. Thank you very much for the opportunity again.
Well, Sitaram to you, and it's always good to have you here with us. Now, the Tobago Hindu Society has a long, proud history of hosting these types of celebrations. So how does it feel to bring the island together once again at the Lowlands Mall this Saturday? And what is the central theme guiding the Society's reflections this year?
Well, it is always a lot of love and respect throughout Tobago. All the Tobagonians look forward to our program, the entertainment. And apart from this program, we also visit many schools and, display the culture and they enjoy the food a lot also. And, education is the key. The program, everyone is excited about it. And it's all about, educating the public and the love and unity.
Now, tell me about that theatrical performance, the Davy play.
Okay, so the Davy play will be a group from Trinidad, the National Lotus Theatre production. They will be coming up, and well, we're looking forward to see what the play is about also.
Now, following the play, there's a formal main program which begins at 4:30. Can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect, some of the highlights? Will we be seeing like a mix of local Tobago talent, also Trinidadian performers?
Yeah, so normally we begin the program with a prayer by our pundit, Ramdat Mahis. He is the official spiritual leader. And we have the MC Virmala Balkaran. We also have Mia Bipat. She's a local Tobagonian singer. She performed the competition in Trinidad. Also, my cousin Sita Bipat Kombi, she will be doing dance. And myself, Govinda Ramlogan, Tobago Chana. And we also have the Acharya from Trinidad, Rukmini Holas Bipat, my auntie. So there's a mix in, from both Trinidad and Tobago and also the National Lotus Theatre production.
So now one of the absolute crowd favorites that we're looking forward to is the Pick a Pan. Now, for those who don't know what Pick a Pan is, tell us a little bit about this and what other interactive elements can the families look forward to?
So this activity is normally hosted by Virmala Balkaran, the MC. We invite members from the audience and we either ask them a question or we allow them to perform or sing, and then after they do that, they have opportunity to select one of the pan. This activity, I believe, was founded by Masana Bahar. So it is very interactive, and the audience look forward to it a lot.
Now, while Indian Arrival Day is a national public holiday, celebrating it specifically in Tobago really brings a different kind of community energy. So how has the appreciation and participation in East Indian cultural traditions grown across the wider Tobago community over recent years?
It has grown a lot, as you might notice in the music video, which was recently done also. The mixture with the Tobago persons. They wear the African outfit and also the traditional old-time wedding outfit. which I also won, the Tobago Drama Guild, which I am also involved in. We do drama productions, and apart from that, the young children and even the older persons, they all enjoy the culture. We also have something known as the Interfaith Religious Bodies in Tobago, which the president of the Hindu Society, Purvati Bipat, is a member also. And in all activities, whether it be Hindu, Muslim, or the different Christian religions, all the religious leaders come together and they unite together as one. So I believe if they have that throughout the world will be a better place. Yes.
Well, before we wrap up this morning, tell us what we can expect at the Lowlands Mall. How can people be a part of this? What time should we be there for?
Okay, so I would like to invite the public, whether you're from Trinidad, Tobago, tourists, once in the island, come at the Lowlands Mall, 23rd May. That is this Saturday from 3 p.m. There'll be lots of entertainment, food, interactive. You can also, if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask us. Also, we might learn from you all to learn from different traditions, and it is guaranteed that you all will be fully entertained. And thank you very much, TTT, for always allowing us to showcase our group and culture.
Well, before you go, Tobago Channel, we're going to leave with a little bit of your latest music video. Can you tell us in a few words what exactly the song means?
Okay, so the song was originally composed by my uncle, the late great Bojam Holas. The name of the song is Targori Jamuna. However, I mix the now tradition with the zest music along with the traditional music, so it will be more interactive with the younger generation also, but also maintaining the strong traditional roots. The meaning of the song is about a beautiful woman went by the seaside, and when she went to wash her face, the necklace fell into the water, and a fish took it and swam away with it. It's a very popular song, and it is my favorite song also. I believe I knew the song before I knew the alphabet. So
yeah, I agree. Same here. One of my favorite songs. Targori, we leave you with Tobago Channel as we say goodbye. Have a great day, everyone. That's it for Tobago Thursday on TNT Today. See you tomorrow, 6 to 8. Bye-bye.
I'm Virmala Balkaran, host of the Socially Safe podcast, the new TTPS podcast where we share real stories, teach real lessons, and create real impact. From online safety and youth crime to community policing and personal responsibility, we go beyond the headlines and talk about what's happening in our communities with the officers and experts who are on the front lines. Because safety starts with awareness, conversation, and action. Tune in to the Socially Safe podcast on the TTPS YouTube channel, listen on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Don't miss it.
Watch on TTT, Mondays, 6 p.m., Tuesdays, 1:10 p.m.
What if possibility was only the beginning? Welcome to Limitless, a journey where ideas become action and action becomes impact. From breaking barriers and challenging misconceptions to designing with dignity and driving innovation with heart. This series explores how inclusion is moving from concept to community in Trinidad and Tobago. Across each episode, we meet the change makers and everyday leaders, turning challenges into opportunity, building real solutions that change real lives, from possibility to impact. This is Limitless.
News anytime, anywhere. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News. Committed, accurate, relevant.
Good morning. This is your TTT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. Residents of the Goodwood community have expressed their collective concern in the wake of the disappearance of Angelo Tobias Plaza. The 2-year-old went missing on Monday, May 11th. Representative of the Goodwood Village Council in Tobago, Brent Brenzo Smith, shared the community's sentiment.
Everybody shocked, we're sad, we're angry, right? And we really want answers. And I believe that is where the hurt coming from, is why we're not getting closure in this matter. It's been dragging on.
Mr. Smith noted that the concerns and sentiments for the missing 2-year-old also being expressed by people beyond the confines of Goodwood.
That 2-year-old child, right? We're hurting for a child. Oh gosh, it's 2 years old, the child is. And if you understand what I'm saying, anybody feeling it, right? Everybody want to do something. Even you've seen posters put up. Scarborough last night had a vigil. Even in Trinidad, I hear people putting up vigil. It's a 2-year-old. We understand the innocence of this child, right? So it is beyond Goodwood.
Mr. Smith said the Goodwood residents, as well as the residents of the neighboring Pembroke area, have come together to assist the teams combing the island for the toddler. In other news now, as demand for electric and hybrid vehicles grows among consumers in Trinidad and Tobago, first responders are now facing a unique safety challenge. At the TT Chamber's first EV and hybrid conference and exhibition, Texas A&M Market Engineering Extension Service Division Director Chris Angelo identified fires involving electric and hybrid vehicles as a key concern.
The first question is, can you put out a battery fire, a lithium-ion battery fire in these vehicles? And the answer is maybe. Because today, we as firefighters, we've always used water, foam, other technologies to put out fires.
He emphasized that water will not extinguish a fire caused by a lithium-ion battery.
Just submerge this vehicle in water and you'll put the fire out. They literally submerged the entire vehicle and it continued to burn underwater. And so this is where this happens. When the cathode begins to break down, it releases heat and bound oxygen. That oxygen then can support combustion even underwater.
One possible solution, according to Mr. Angera, is to allow the fire to burn out. He suggested utilizing a fire blanket to control the blaze. In some sport now, the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force ended a 2-decade drought in regional 4-day cricket, defeating defending champions Guyana Hoppy Eagles by 141 runs in the West Indies Championship final at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium on Wednesday. With a target of 281 for victory, Guyana were bowled out for 139 between lunch and tea. The win marked a historic moment for Captain Joshua Da Silva, who became the first TNT skipper since Darren Ganga to lift the 4-day trophy. It was also a fitting farewell for veterans Jason Mohammed and Evan Lewis, both retiring from 4-day cricket. Lewis signed off in style, scoring a match-winning 122 in the second innings and earning the Man of the Match honours. And that was your TDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. From the entire team here, have a great day.
This is TTT. Live for local.
I'm talking about the brother who is working pretty hard right now on an album writing out next week or the next week or two. I'm talking about none other than the man, Ataclan, backed up by the Lord.